Hello everyone, myself Professor S.N. Mane, Assistant Professor, Department of Processing and Food Engineering, working in Kekewa College of Agriculture, Engineering and Technology, Nashik. Today we will learn about quality evaluation methods. First of all, we will learn about what is meant by food quality. Food quality is nothing but a degree of excellence or the consumer acceptance. It is called as a food quality. Now there are number of kinds of food quality in which sensory quality uh, or it is also called as a physical characteristic or the qualitative characteristic. Then it is also classified into the hidden characteristic and last one is the quantitative characteristic. So one by one we will see what are the different kinds of food qualities in detail. See which appearance, flavor and kinesthetics has given which in which factors it is divided. It is shown in this circle, that is appearance. It is divided into defects, color, size, shape. Then flavor, it is also related with the shell test. Then mouth feel, their texture is important, their consistency or the viscosity is important. Now we will go towards the sensory evaluation. Okay, so what is mean by sensory evaluation? It is nothing but a when particular food quality it is judged or assessed by means of different human sensory organs, then it is said to be a sensory or the subjective or also called as a organoleptic evaluation. So these kind of judgment it is done on the basis of different quality parameters, different human senses like it may be taste, smell, sight, touch and the hearing. Now these sensory characteristics we will see in which appearance is important. Now appearance is divided into means on which factor or by which on which basis we will uh, tell that this is the appearance of this product. Okay, so that is judged by the sense of sight. Okay, different colors or shape, size, consistency we will get analyzed by the our sense of sight. See here, a different size, shape, color, condition and defects of that particular food material. It is comes under the your sensory characteristic or the these are the coming under the appearance. Okay, so we will deals with the texture. What is mean by texture? Texture of a particular food product it is tested by a sense of touch. Okay, then it involves the sense of sight as well as touch. Okay, means mouth feel and the hand feel both are uh, indicating the texture of that particular food product. Okay, so there are different mechanical characteristics, then geometrical characteristic and the other characteristics which indicates that is which kind of texture of that particular food product is there. Okay, so under the mechanical characteristic different factors are there, that is hardness of that commodity, then cohesiveness, means how much different particles are get same particles of that particular product get same kind of particles get attracted to each other. Okay, then viscosity, how much viscous is it, then elastic in nature, adhesiveness, then their brittleness, chewiness or the massiveness. Okay, so all these are coming under their mechanical properties or the mechanical characteristic. Then in the geometrical characteristic these characteristics depends upon the particle size and their shape, also their orientation is also important. Now, other characteristic indicates that, for example, their moisture content or their lipid content. Okay, these are also important and which indirectly or directly they defining the particular texture of that food product. Now, see, texture it can be perceived by different fields, like you can say hand feel. By hand feel, which kind of characteristic you will judge, like firmness, then softness, how much amount of juiciness is that product. Okay, then there by mouth feel you can check their fibrousness, chewiness, then grittiness, how much granules are present in that, then mealiness, then stickiness, crispiness. Okay, then astringency. Now consistency is also important. and the hotness or the burning sensation of that particular food product, and that can be felt by our mouth. Okay, so temperature is also important, and by that temperature we can judge the hotness or coldness of that particular food product or the burning sensation. Now we will see which kind of instruments are used for measuring the texture, like circulometer, then viscometer, consistometer, brine flotation, then farinograph. Farinograph, it gives some plasticity regarding our wheat dough, which is important for the making different kinds of bakery products. Then pressure tester, moisture content, fiber content, then universal texture meter is there, penetrometer is there, crystal texture meter is there. So we will see which kind of instruments are that. See, first of all, penetrometer, which determines the consistency or the hardness of that substance by measuring the depth, sorry, by measuring the depth or rate of penetration of a rod or the needle which is driven into by particular force. So it measures the how much force is required to move this plunger, which is fixed distance through a food material. See this plunger, with which force it is get entered into that food material. So that is can be tested. Okay, why? That is the penetrometer. The next one is the tenderometer. This device, it determines the maturity and tenderness of a particular samples of the fruit and vegetable like green peas. Okay, so by applying some compression and shear in order to measure the tenderness of fruits, this instrument it is used. Now next one is the circulometer. This circulometer instrument, it measures the moisture content of the fresh and processed vegetable product like sweet corn. Okay, so uses compression. This instrument, it uses the compression in order to squeeze the juice out of that food, and it measures of that succulence, means amount of moisture content. Then we will deals with the different flavors. Now flavor, it is nothing but a combination of odor and taste, and it is the composition of the sensations. So it is known as the mouthfeel. Now odor, it also, it produces some odor must be by some volatile and molecules of the substances which are coming into contact with our receptors of the epithelium of our olfactory system. Okay, in the olfactory organs, some receptors in that epithelium part which identifies which kind of particular flavor is that. Okay, or which kind of odor is that. Okay, now test. We know the different types of test. On that basis, we will value our food product. Okay. Now saltiness, then sweetness or the sourness, then bitterness, savoriness. Okay. So these kind of tests are there. Now, which kind of test it obtained to that food product by which chemical compound or which content? See here, saltiness, it is produced by your sodium chloride. Then sourness, it detects the acid content. Sweetness, it produced by some presence of sugar molecules. Then bitterness, it will be detects the basis amount. And savoriness, it is produced by some glutamates which are commonly present in the particular food material like fermented products and some aged food product. Then astringency means turat. So these kind of foods like tea or some unripe fruits, it gives this kind of taste. And spiciness will be produced by some capsaicin content or the ethanol, and sometimes it gives some burning sensation to that particular consumer. Now we will go towards some hidden characters. This is we seen discussed about some qualitative characteristics or the sensory characteristics. Now we will go toward the hidden characteristics. Now these hidden characteristics, nothing but a nutritive value of that food product and their toxicity. Okay, so most of the people or the consumer, it gives very less attention regarding the nutritive value of particular food product. Okay, then toxicity, it is produced in the particular fruit or vegetables by different various chemical compounds, and these chemical compounds get uh, occurs or applied during their growth period during the cultural practices. Okay, so these chemical compound residues, their persistence in the edible tissues, which leads to some bitter and some musty flavor in the processed food products and in the canned product. Okay, so for example, hydrogen cyanide, this it is chemical or toxic substance developed in the sorghum and fodder. Also solanine in potato, then toxins in the beans and peas. So these kind of toxic substances are very harmful. So the toxicity of particular food product, it depends upon these kind of chemicals. Now we will go towards the quantitative characteristics. These are related with our higher yield of the raw material and the processed products. And next one is the finished productive. See, high yield it get obtained by the adopting some such varieties which are giving higher yields, and those are disease resistance. It will cut cost, the production cost and the processing cost. Now finished productive. The raw material cost per kg of your finished product, it is very important regarding the processing. Now the ratio of weight of pre-packaged finished product, it is called as the overall shrinkage ratio. Now this shrinkage ratio is related to the cost of your product. So higher the ratio for that given product, it will be the greater cost of production of that processed product. Okay. So we have to keep the less overall shrinkage ratio. So this is all about quantitative characteristic. In this lecture, we learned about what is mean by sensory evaluation, which kind of sensory characteristics are there, in which qualitative characteristic or organoleptic characteristics, then hidden characteristics and quantitative characteristics we learn here. So thank you.